Hey there, so Serum 2 just got released and came up in my YouTube bubble, and also a friend of mine, Proton, talked about that and all these awesome, crazy features, and that the upgrade is for free, which really surprises me because just in a nutshell, checking what features are in there and how they improve the synthesizer really surprised me that it's not at least cheap upgrade price that you have, like if you already own the Serum 1. So far, it's a free upgrade, so everybody who owns a Serum license anyhow should upgrade, right? And nevertheless, I want to encourage you reaching out and check out the synthesizer, amazing Serum 2 synthesizer, because I think it's really a quite versatile tool that helps you to create a lot of sounds. And today I want to check out Serum 2 for atmospheric drum and bass. So I'm not gonna focus on all the features, etc. So you have lots of other YouTube videos who are taking care of that. But right now I just want to show you what I'm doing to check out if I can make some atmospheric drum and bass with this plugin. So for that, I'm here on the Serum 2 webpage. I just downloaded Serum 2. Plus, when you hit the download button, you can give the tip to the developers, which I really encourage you to do so. I also have given a small tip. Plus, I bought one of these recommended packages for some presets, which are focusing on some bass sounds, where I'm always feel like I'm lacking a little bit of spending enough time with building some Reese basses, etc. That's why I thought, okay, let's go for it. And I already check out some presets. But long story short, let's head over to my Bitwig, and here I already prepared a small track, and I want to go with you through the sounds that I just have chosen. And again, mostly all sounds are presets from Serum 2, plus I added here and there some other sounds of mine, but I just want to focus for you on the preset sounds that I've chosen to use from Serum. Before I start with the one that I start my arrangement with, I just want to show you this one here, this astral projection. Check this out. So just beside of, I'm doing here some compression on top because the dynamics of this patch is really a lot, or high or big, or however you say that. Here you see already quite the biggest change in my opinion. So Serum already now integrates a third oscillator plus some other things. And again, I don't want to focus on the features here, but just it's interesting to see what's going on here. And I really also like the browser of the patches, so it was pretty easy to find for me something interesting. So I started with that one and thought, okay, let's do a track with astral projection. So this sounds amazing. And after that, I headed over and found another interesting sound, which is the following. So Dubtron, and here and there some other interesting presets for our dub techno friends. So I think definitely this one you should check out as well. And I thought, let me use this for the intro of my track, but it's just very interesting sound. So while browsing through the patches, I found that one. Okay, interesting patch. But what I want to show you is check out the FX section. So here, this one increased heavily if you compare this to the already amazing FX section from Serum 1. By the way, I'm not paid with doing these kind of videos. I even gave a tip to the developers, right? I'm just really see currently Serum 2 as one of the best synthesizers out there. That's why. Nevertheless, so I think one of the new tools that you have in here is this splitter tool, and you can split obviously signal and do further processing. And here to the left, you see this hierarchy with effects, just like added complexity. And I don't know, maybe there are some new effects as well. I didn't check this out yet, but just wanted to let you know that this has become also more complex if you want to do so. So this is another patch I'm using, and after that, what is that? Let me show you. Here, let me disable the so I have to, okay, I reduced the quality already to good, which is good, right? But I had to decrease it because heard this cracking maybe in the video, because my Mac Pro, my old school Mac Pro trash can, is also currently recording this video. So it's heavy on its limit, and this is also what I discovered with Serum 2. I think the CPU consumption increased drastically, which I think is fine, yeah. But I had to improve or increase the latency of my project to I think I had to double it to 1000 milliseconds. Usually I'm using way less, but this is something I discovered as well. And maybe my computer, which is from 2013, comes to an end with the current plugins. And yeah, I have to see how I deal with that fact with Serum 2. Just like more resources that the current Serum is using, but I think it's worth having these resources available. Then here on top, I was adding just a trance effect, this trance gate. I'm using here for my track. After that, here you find my drums. And to be fair, just recently I switched back to Ableton Live when everything that comes to drums and drum programming and loop editing and so on, it just, for me, it feels a little bit more natural, and maybe it's because of my muscle memory I have with 20 years plus of using Ableton Live. But in my opinion, Bitwig's algorithms for time stretching and so on are really great. They are even better than Ableton Live. In my opinion, they give you more control. But it feels just more natural when just getting a drum loop into Ableton and slicing it up and doing the beat matching and then exporting it to my MPC pad and being able to play the drums. And that's why currently I'm in this mode of using Ableton Live for drum editing. So I just show you the project. Nothing fancy. It's a Soul Pride drum loop plus combined, I think I see on top. Oh, it's the drum brute that plays here. Sorry, I have to disable that one. Maybe in the recording you don't hear this, but my drum brute impact was playing with the DAW. Okay, so this is the drum loop. I'm exporting this one as a WAV file and just import it here again, and vice versa. So I have here a WAV file with everything else from the track so that I can produce to the track in Ableton Live. I could also use Ableton Link, but so far this is the current workflow I have. And then finally, here I was using one of these Reese-basses. Why is this currently disabled? Ah, it's soloed, that's why. So this was coming with this preset pack I was just buying next to the upgrade, with the tip for the upgrade, which is this Rising Music Punch package, and there are some Reese-basses in there, so nice. And that's it. That's basically what I was doing with Serum 2. And then I was arranging this track, plus here and adding one of my 808 iconic Mark Renton signature sounds, because they have to be in the sound, obviously. And let me show you the track, how it sounds like. I hope you enjoy it.